That's why I'd made that decision, and I think at the start of 2024, actually. Trying to remember what year it is. I think at the start of 2024, I said, you know what? I want to be a better version of Boyce in 24 than I was in 23. So I said, you know what? I'm not going to come in here and talk to you guys once a week or once a month. I want to talk every single day. Just like you want to be a great athlete, you work out every day. You don't work out once a month. So if you want to be a financial athlete at the highest level, you work out every day. You think about your finances every day. You learn a little bit more every day. You get better every day. That's what champions do, and we are a championship culture. We're supposed to win championships. We ain't supposed to get second place. All right. So anyway, let's move on. All right. So here, let's go back to Instagram. I want to show you something real quick. Now, this is it. I just put this up. Just ownership is allowed as protest. Right. People that have ownership don't have to protest things. By the way, they're not out picketing. You don't have to go out and picket the business if you own the business. So the wealth builders and business owners tend to be very quiet. They're not out screaming and hollering. The people that scream and holler, unfortunately, they have to do that because that's all that they can do. So I encourage you to just know ownership is more important than income. Income is an opportunity to have ownership. If you miss the opportunity, then you become poor. Why? Because poor stands for what? Passing over opportunities repeatedly. So if you get income, 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 and there's no wealth in the middle of that, then you're going to basically churn your wheels until you die. But it should be income, wealth, income, wealth, income, wealth, income, wealth, income, wealth. That's where you're taking a percentage of your income, and every piece of that income is turned into wealth, is turned into ownership, ownership of stock, ownership of real estate, ownership of whatever, or maybe eventually owning your own time. That's a big deal. Just the ability to buy yourself out of slavery is huge. I can tell you, I've been an entrepreneur at that times where I wasn't making any money, but just knowing I had access to the rest of my life and that I didn't have to sell that to somebody else was really powerful. That was the big reward. It wasn't the money. The money was better, I guess, but it was really like, oh wow, I get to actually sleep in and I can be happy and I can do what I want to do and I can watch my favorite show and I can work with people that I like and go places I want to be instead of actually being forced to have to go do something that another grown man is telling me to do. I'm not your child. I'm a grown ass man, so please stop talking to me like I'm 12. But that's what they do. They talk to you like you're 12 because they don't respect you. Why would they not? Why would they respect you? Well, I mean, I hate saying it. I'm not saying you deserve disrespect. I think you deserve to be respected, but you get disrespected in a capitalist society when you ain't got no money. When you're broke and you're financially desperate, then strong people don't respect weak people in this society. I'm sorry, I hate saying it like this, but capitalism is survival of the fittest. It's 100% big bank take little bank. It's Trump running up in Venezuela and kidnapping the president because he can, right? And if you don't think that that's America at its Americanist, I'm not gonna say at its finest because I don't know if I agreed with all that. It's kind of wild, right? But he did that. He did that as a show of power. He's like, I can come up in there. I'm just going to take your president, right? And they had weapons that the Venezuelans had never seen before. Apparently, they had some sort of electromagnetic pulse that they could shoot at. Like he did this president. You think of the president's protected, right? He's got all these guards and stuff. Apparently, there's all these stories out that they had this electromagnetic pulse that they shot at the soldiers, and it made them start vomiting and getting sick and nauseous. So they all fell to the ground, and they claimed that a very small elite team of SEALs just walked right past all the soldiers and went and got Maduro and his wife and brought them back.